Some massive news for Sasha Banks just dropped, so we'll take a look at the details of what's happening there. We'll also see what's going on with Becky Lynch, Margot Robbie's comments on John Cena, and more. Let's start things off with the big news for Sasha Banks. For the last 6.5 months, everything has been completely silent regarding Sasha's return to pro wrestling. It was stated that Sasha wouldn't be accepting any bookings for actual wrestling appearances until 2023. That's basically where everything left off at. But now, some big news has been reported by PW Insider. Their reports claim that Sasha Banks is set to make an appearance at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 17 show on January 4th, 2023. It's unknown if it'll be an actual in-ring appearance, if she'll interact with anyone, or if she'll simply just be sitting ringside at the event. No one knows the actual details for her role, but the main thing that's being reported is that she will be at the show. The idea of Sasha going to NJPW really started picking up steam in October, after both Sasha and Kairi Sane acknowledged a fan-made graphic for a match between the two of them in NJPW. Sasha posted it to her Instagram story, and Kairi Sane reposted it to her Twitter page. And in the few weeks that followed those reports by both stars, Kairi became the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. So now it really builds an even bigger stage for this dream matchup if Sasha arrives to challenge Kairi for her title. Sasha Banks herself has not wrestled a single match since a WWE live event show back in May, days before the walkout. But Sasha has been posting several videos of herself training in the ring, keeping herself fresh for wherever she will continue her wrestling career at. There's still no actual word on where Sasha will fully end up at, but this report lets us know that Sasha could at least have a mini program kicking off in NJPW during the first few days of the new year. Margot Robbie and John Cena spent a lot of time together during the filming of their DC film that was released in 2021. And during the press run for the movie, Margot Robbie discussed how much of a wrestling fan she used to be and how John Cena was always her favorite. So it was surreal for her to have the opportunity to work with him for this DC project. Well, Margot recently spoke with Chris Van Vliet, who happens to do a lot of wrestling interviews as well, and he asked her if John Cena was still her favorite. She had this to say about John Cena, quote, "He is still my favorite. He is so with the hype. He is the best. I love him. I really love him, even though you can't see him." End quote. As far as the latest with John Cena goes, 2022 was the first year in a very long time that Cena didn't wrestle a single match for WWE. All he had was one singles WWE appearance for the entire year, and that took place on June 27th for his WWE anniversary celebration. But the popular belief over the last few months is that there's a really strong chance that John Cena does take part in WrestleMania 39 for a match. Maybe we're just months away from another John Cena return that will lead towards a big WrestleMania match for the legendary WWE superstar. So there's potentially a lot to look forward to there for the immediate WWE future for John Cena. Becky Lynch is still only a few months out from suffering a separated shoulder. She missed just around 4 months of action and was able to return in time to take part in the Wargames match. Becky Lynch recently spoke with The Verge to talk about her feelings before her first Wargames match and also revealed that her shoulder still isn't fully healed. She had this to say, quote, "It felt amazing to be out in front of the crowd again, and how electric that was, in such a wild capacity as Wargames. That's a match that I've never done before, and it's a very daunting match. You've got 2 rings, you've got a giant cage, and anything goes. Truth be told, my shoulder still isn't feeling right, so to say I was nervous is probably a bit of an understatement. But once you get out there, once you get in front of the crowd, and you feel that energy, then you forget everything else. There's not another feeling like it." End quote. So Becky Lynch revealed there that the shoulder still isn't exactly 100%, but the energy and life from the crowd just fuels her with adrenaline to push through. As far as things with Becky Lynch goes, she's currently at the start of a feud with Bayley and Damage Control. Damage Control prevented Becky Lynch from winning her match on the December 5th edition of Raw, and further advancing in the mini #1 contenders tournament. So Becky Lynch will most likely cost Bayley her match in the tournament, and this feud will continue from there. With buzz and rumors going around that Charlotte Flair may return to challenge Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 39, fans wonder if Becky Lynch could jump over to SmackDown and challenge Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title during WrestleMania season. So that'll be something to keep your eyes out for as well. Some big news has just been released for Bray Wyatt. At the time of this recording, Bray Wyatt has yet to actually compete in a match since returning. But some big news just dropped regarding Bray's return to WWE live events. Bray Wyatt has just been confirmed and advertised for WWE's MSG show on December 26th. This marks the first time that Bray Wyatt will appear at a live event since returning to WWE. The WWE advertisements for the event does not say what exactly Bray will be doing at the show. Up until this point, it's not being advertised as a match, so chances are that it may just be a little promo that's similar to the ones he's been giving in recent weeks. It can't be anything too crazy to advance his story forward, because obviously this live event show isn't being televised, so you can't make huge advancements in the story, but maybe he'll have another small run-in with LA Knight. That definitely seems more likely than a match or a big story advancing promo. Not to mention the fact that they wouldn't waste his in-ring return during a live event. That seems highly unlikely as well. So it probably won't be major, but Bray Wyatt is officially coming back to live events. As far as Bray Wyatt goes, his story and character continues to be one of the brightest spots coming out of SmackDown. You do have your small group of fans out there that are very impatient and just want Bray Wyatt to get back in the ring already. But if you followed Bray Wyatt before, you should know that the storytelling is always going to come first for him. He's going to spend a lot of time building the story, giving you reasons to be interested in his character, and then he'll hit you with the payoff later down the road. It's like some fans that went back and saw the rollout of The Fiend. Bray's first Firefly Funhouse episode came in early spring, but The Fiend himself didn't physically appear until several months later in early summer that year. So taking that structure into consideration, Bray first started teasing this new character in mid-October, and we're now 2 months into it. A lot has been accomplished within the first few months. We've learned more about how this current version of Bray operates and thinks. We've learned quite a lot about the Uncle Howdy character, and even Alexa Bliss is slowly being brought back into the fold. So the story is still greatly progressing, even without matches or the actual appearance of Bray Wyatt's new monster. But being 2 months into the story, we can definitely expect that next big leap in the story to take place here, at least in the coming month. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.